And I want to just remind a lot of you listening for the first time, I want to make it clear to you that we are a spirit created in the image of God. And when you were traumatized in your home, it starts in the home for the most part, exception to the rewards every blue moon, one may make it through. But when you were spiritually traumatized, the real you fell away from the not you because you resented it. And that's how Satan was able to enter in when you became angry. And so that started the battle between good and evil within you. It's a spiritual battle. And Satan is trying to win. He made a promise to rob, steal, and kill. He wanted to deceive you. And because he has no power, but if he can get you to believe him, all those thoughts that you believe, you'll kill yourself and others. You'll destroy yourself and others. And so there's a spiritual battle within you and outside of you in other people. And those people who are not seeking the kingdom of God in his right way, they're trying to, through them, Satan is trying to kill them and you. It's not about the color. It's not about the physical. It's not about male or female. It is literally good versus evil. And if it's ever been apparent, it is apparent now. I have some stories coming up that my producer gave me this morning. It's mind-blowing. But yet, I never thought that I would see my country in the condition that it is in today. I didn't know it could get to this. I didn't know that evil can literally come to the forefront and people accept it, run away from it, don't deal with it. It's mind-blowing. You got to deal with evil. Well, you got to overcome it first within yourself, and then you can deal with it. Because its whole purpose is to rob, steal, and kill. And evil works through people, just as good works through people. So get to know yourself, folks, so you can overcome it. It's so amazing. It really is amazing. I was telling you yesterday that in my nonprofit, I started this nonprofit 30 years ago. Amazing. I had no idea what I was doing. But I, worked on it day to day, just as I did with my first business I had. Everything you need to know is inside, right? So it's 30 years old now. We're a tutor, we counsel, we have the best counseling service on this side of heaven. Written books about the truth and how to overcome. Doing this show, the radio show, building a network. Never thought I would do something like that. It just wasn't a part of my thinking, but it's inside of us. That's why you got to come back and live from within, right? But one of the things I started is the Entrepreneur Academy, where we're teaching young men or men, period, of all races, ages, I think it's 18 or up, I believe it's 18, how to start business, those that want businesses, or invest, establish yourself. A man is supposed to be established. So if and when he does get married, he can guide his wife and children in the right way to go, bring them into his world, not go into her world. And so I'm working with, it's amazing how this thing is growing, because at first it was just locally here in Los Angeles. And it's still is for the most part, but I get calls from other people from around the world asking me questions about it. This simple way of starting a business. And so I'm working with them, and I'm working with this one lady that she was really feeling good about her business. getting it going. And whenever people praised her about it, she loved it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Ego puffed up. And she got one complaint. Said, you know, you shouldn't do it. This is stupid. You don't know what you're doing. Something like that. Put her business down. And she freaked out. And so I spoke to her again yesterday. And she's given up her business. She has not been able to overcome the one criticism. And now she says she wants to go to school to be a nurse. I'm like, what the? Suppose someone say you're not a good nurse. Because if you don't overcome evil, that's what happens. When Satan works through other people, when they can put you on the run, they got you. Look at the people running from far left, liberal, radical Black Lives Matter. An organization that was started by a bunch of fat, black, radical lesbians, and the people are running from Antifa. You can't run from evil. You got to face it head on because it has no power. It only has intimidation. And if they can intimidate you, they will destroy you. So I'm like to the thing, no. Why? You got to take the positive and the negative in the same way. They're both imposters. And stay in the present and do what's in front of you. Don't quit your business. But I don't know what she's going to do. It's a spiritual battle, if ever. It's not about black or white, Hispanic or Japanese or Chinese, or it's about right from wrong. And this is why you got to know yourself, folks. You can have an amazing life if you knew yourself and you became you. Not anyone else. Don't try to be like anyone. Don't try to prove anything to anyone. Just love what's right and do right. And you can have an amazing life while the world around you is falling apart. Smoke on it. I suggest you go and forgive, starting with your mama, and return to your father, and you can have paradise on earth. All right? Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.